I'm just gonna go ahead and get the stream already going ahead and pulling up. That way we can keep an eye on that. Don't think anyone has joined us quite yet, but you know what? That's the whole point of streaming. You might not get anyone, but at least you
Usually,
tried.
before I go shaking my tits for the press, I like to go see how the professionals do it.
Let's skip this real quick. I forgot to turn down the audio. Let's go ahead and get this and this. And I need to pull up my channel. Come on. Computer being slow. It also might be because I have 8 fucking tabs open. Definitely could be a reason. Come on. You bloody little. Only started streaming 94 seconds ago. Alright, we are in fact running. Let's go ahead and mute that. And let's begin, shall we? Well, I'm watching on my channel, but someone else is also watching. So that's fun. So there's 2 people. Alright, let's go ahead and start a new game. That way that we can just get into this. I haven't played this game much. I played it for a little bit. But other than that, I haven't really messed around with it too much. I did the first day, I believe. But I'm excited to see how this
When
game
I was a
plays.
kid, my father sometimes told me at bedtime that if I closed my eyes and didn't open them for a long time, all the demons would blow away. Yesterday I turned 60, but I still take his
I
advice.
love this dude's voice,
Not
by
because
the
I'm
way.
sentimental or want to keep the memory of my father alive. I just can't think of a better solution. To get away from all the demons that haunt Freeburg, I'd need to wear a blindfold 24/7. Plus, it's a good idea to act blind when talking to reporters. At least that's what my colleagues say. They're afraid of press conferences. But
I'm
for
not
me,
sure
it's more
how
like a confessional.
long
No
this
matter
game
what lies you
is.
tell, you're privately thinking the honest answers. It helps me remember who I am. The fact that I'll be
Let me look
reading all
that
about
up
it in
real
the
quick.
papers tomorrow is a small price to pay. Call it penance for the preacher. This is the first time I'm afraid of those answers my mind has given me. Not because I'm mad I'm losing my job.
Damn.
Though it's true, I'm mad as hell. Not because
It's
I
like a
subconsciously
20-hour
blame
game.
everyone else.
If you
Though
do
I
like
damn
most of
sure
the shit
do
in it.
blame them. And don't even ask me what my next move is. I can't imagine. But even that doesn't scare me. The worst thing is, I know I'm gonna have to do something. I'll be damned if I know how far I'll go. I may have a lot of vices, but predictability isn't one of them.
Alright.
I learned a long time ago how to drive away the swarming demons. But shutting my eyes tight as I can. The best solution remains the same. Play blind. I just hope the reporters think I was blinded by the camera flash.
Alright, do I get to play? Alright, good morning. Yesterday, the mayor's office officially announced your resignation. Did this come as a surprise, or did you know about it in advance? Let's play it like this. I've been expecting this bullshit from the mayor. Mayor Rogers is a dishonorable and corrupt politician. He's been waiting for an opportunity to get rid of me. Do you already know the name of your successor? No, but I think it'll be a new man. I think it'll be some new blood, a fresh mind to take a fresh look at the problem. After the recent corruption scandal, your deputy, Francis Kendrick, said he was looking forward to resigning. If the mayor offered him your position, do you think it would change his mind? Who cares? That's his business, not mine. Ask him yourself. Although Kendrick was acquitted, many still believe that the police are cooperating with the mafia. Do you have anything to say about this? If it helps the police, if a short-term agreement with the mafia helps us solve or prevent a crime, of course we would try to make the best of it. Do you think your personal relationship with the mayor could be the reason behind your retirement? I'm going to say definitely. Of course it's the reason. Personal relations are always important, no matter what anyone says. Thank you.
How's the back today, Mr. Boyd?
Same as usual.
How did the press conference go?
You can read about it in the newspapers tomorrow. Don't let anyone in.
Even Mr. Kendrick?
Especially Mr. Kendrick.
So I picked the right thing with Mr. Kendrick because our boy don't like him too well. These cutscenes in between shit are so long and boring.
As soon as I heard the door creak, I knew what face I'd see. When I tell Emma not to let anyone in, there's only one man it could be. Rude, arrogant, no warning. That's Mayor Rogers in a nutshell. White summer shoes, white socks, white shorts, white polo shirt, and the white smile of a hungry shark. Mayor Rogers enters every room like he owns the place. Even the floorboards under his feet sound like they're creaking an apology. He never shied away from the odd corruption scheme. It's like the devil walks behind him. In the movies, the villains controlling the city play golf with the judges. Rogers plays tennis with them instead. That's about the only difference.
Jack, I was hoping to catch you after the press conference. You ran away so quick.
There's no smoking at City Hall. No reason for me to hang around.
Well, this morning I signed a ban on smoking in all public buildings. Soon you won't be able to smoke here either.
Soon enough I won't be
fuck
here at all.
you.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. The people of this city like you, Jack. The police chief of all people. Don't betray that, Jack. Don't get wrapped up in any schemes. Sit nice
Not
and
making no
quiet for the
promises.
next 180 days, and you'll be remembered as a hero. That's the only thing that you still have left. Be the hero.
Then how am I supposed to scrape together a retirement fund?
You had a million chances to secure a luxury pension, one that even I would have envied, although I've never set aside any money for myself. I'm not planning to retire anytime soon. "180 days of quiet, Jack. That's all I need. I don't have any problems with you, and you won't have any problems with me.
I kind of want to have problems with him,
I
though.
have a new assistant, Troy Starr. If you have something to tell me, call him. But try not to bother him. He's a busy man.
I'll do my best.
And quit smoking up the office. One of my friends will be using it soon.
Dude's an asshole.
Oh, I'm sorry, babe. Only the mayor has this number. Mr. Mayor?
Yeah, is this Troy Starr?
Yes?
Go fuck yourself, Troy Starr.
Fucking love it. Alright, so I'm Jack Boyd. So it says Jack Boyd, I don't know what's going on in the minds of politicians. Civil servants' wages won't be raised this year. Or Jack Boyd's resignation had no influence on Francis Kendrick's decision of withdrawal from the Freeburg Police Department, I'm pretty sure is what it was. It was, yeah, Freeburg.
Cops don't use the police station cafeteria anymore. There's some kind of stigma against sitting shoulder to shoulder with your partners. Everybody just takes snacks from the machines or grabs a meal and hammers it down in the corner like a vulture on a corpse. The main thing? Don't look into anyone's eyes. Could be construed as an invitation to sit together. The only people eating here are ghosts. My deputy, Francis Kendrick. He recently became one of those ghosts. The subject of one of the most devastating corruption scandals in the history of Freeburg. No evidence to support the accusations, but everyone knows Kendrick's days are numbered. I need that file I asked for. Needs to be ready tonight. Francis didn't say anything, but I understood. Ghosts aren't supposed to talk. Besides, I got a feeling he was already finished.
Oh yay, now I actually get to do stuff. No, I don't want game tips. I'm a 60-year-old police chief a few months away from retirement. I don't need anyone telling me how to do my job. Oh shit, I need someone to tell me how to do my job. Fuck. I'm just playing. Alright. So, Shift B is what we're starting on. So we got Kochi, Yancey, Purdy, Subaki, Asano, Austin, Price, Mole, DeBrito, and Armstrong. Mole, DeBrito, and Armstrong are detectives. So they get to do the detective type shit. And only the detective type shit.
Don't you leave me here.
I love how the cigar was still on the table. Everyday mall. Hit and run.
If you must go, sweet mama, please leave a dime.
Can I turn music down or off? Okay, let's see. We got a fight at the Last Picture Show Theater. A theater manager reports that during a showing of Citizen Kane, a drunk man attempted to force his way into the theater carrying a snowboard decorated with the word Rosebud. When he was denied entry, he violently attacked the cashier and is currently fighting with the theater's security guard. So I'm going to go ahead and send 2 people on him because he's fighting currently. Oh, barely got that hit and run. A married couple exited a convenience store and saw a van in the parking lot back over a homeless man who had been digging through the trash can. The driver jumped out to help, but once he noticed that he hit a bum, he got back in the van and quickly drove away. Alright. So, obviously we're not gonna find the dude, probably. So let's just send Kochi. You can take care of this, Kochi.
From town to town, I'm Alabama bound.
Okay. Audio. Music, we're gonna put to 30. Alrighty then, can we get any more? Let's see what this was. Okay, the offender was caught and the officers were unharmed. Ooh, a civilian was killed. That's not good. Not good. Offender caught, officer unharmed. Nice. Kochi, you're bringing in the big bucks. Armed robbery and fight. So let's get this armed robbery out of the way. 3 teenagers armed with a shotgun. Just one shotgun? 3 of them, one shotgun? Or are they all just holding on to it at a different place? 3 teenagers armed with a shotgun robbed a videotape store and made off with their whole collection of adult movies. The criminals fled in a car, but the store manager wrote down the license plate number. The owner is one Janet Brown, who lives in the suburbs. Okay, let's send Yancey and Purdy. And let's wait on Kochi to get ready to be used again. And we'll send Kochi and Price to this fight. A brother and sister clashed with each other over their deceased father's will. According to one of their lawyers, we don't dare separate them and our security guard is off duty tonight. They're clashing over a will and you can't separate them? Assault in the ghetto. A passerby saw some teenagers attack an elderly musician, then run away with his guitar and his money. Okay, well I only got 3 shitty police officers to go, so we'll just send them all, and hopefully no calls come in before they get back.
Looks like we have a situation here.
The vehicle in question, this is part of the armed robbery. The vehicle in question is parked right outside the Browns' residence. The sounds of moaning and loud laughter can be heard through the living room window. Turn on the siren and loudspeaker, shout the house is surrounded, knock on the door and say open up police, or sneak in through the back. Let's say open up police. Officers unharmed, everyone was unharmed, and we caught the offender. Should be getting about time for the first day to end.
311A complete.
Let's see. Offender caught, officers unharmed. I'm doing actually alright. Now watch, this last one is gonna get me. Yep, the offender escaped, but all my officers were unharmed. So a number under 150 is where they are not reliable, completely reliable. They can still get the job done, but they're unreliable. So let's go ahead and end the day. And let's see. Next shift is going to be shift A. We got Stovall, Vandal, Robbins, Samadi, Grant, Birch Jr., Roy, Beasley, and Moser. So we only have 2. We have 2 detectives this go around, and we actually have a father-son duo, it looks like, right here. Let's do our best to keep them alive, and I'm going to actually try to keep them together whenever they go on.
I asked Kendrick to stay late at the office, he liked to grumble and crack wise. Nowadays, he doesn't have the standing helpless in horror. I've known Francis for 30 years. The past 20 years, he's played loose with the law. And I know that at a certain point, every stolen dollar brings more misery than anything else. Probably sounds crazy, but I sympathize with the guy. What can I do? Your friends are your friends, and these are the waters we swim in.
Called all of the people on that list today. Now they know you're in business, so you could get a call from any of them. You don't need to worry about any of them. I've cleared them all.
And what kind of business are we talking here?
It's nothing too serious, just like you asked. Should be just a few small favors. Payments will vary depending on the situation and who you're dealing with. How much are you looking to earn?
Sorry about that
$500,000.
internet thing that popped up, guys. My internet likes
Because
to
everybody wants to take $1 million.
give up
Figured I'd
every
try
so
something
often,
different.
but it only gives up a little bit.
Well,
Like,
you
it
could
still
earn it
is
all
on.
above board
Obviously,
if you
you're
netted
still
all the
watching
big
the
fish and hit
stream.
all your bonuses.
Never knew you for a fisherman.
Well, you never got into my business, and I'm not trying to get into yours. But be careful about bringing in any other cops. Sooner or later, they'll put the finger on you. And one more thing, Jack. I remember what you said, but I should probably add one more name to that list. Christopher Sand.
Sand.
Damn it, Sand.
Christopher G. Sand. Everyone knows the name, but few could tell you who he is. The old man stays away from the spotlight. Always wears old-fashioned jeans and knitted sweaters. Gives to charity. Rarely attends social events. An avid hunter, I hear. Even dabbles in poetry. You'd never guess he's the head of the oldest and most powerful gang in the city. Goes
You never
back
would.
as far as his great-grandfather. And Sand is strict about following the old rules. He rarely involves himself in commonplace murders and robberies. Hardly needs to intimidate anyone to get his point across. The people who work for him each have their sphere. They provide protection where needed, even work with the authorities when they want to make a deal. Meanwhile, Sand pulls the strings without getting his hands dirty. People sometimes
Not a
mistake
bad
his
thing to
quiet
do.
approach. A couple years ago, an arms dealer decided to expand its business without asking permission, and his whole family paid the price. In 4 weeks, Sand killed 31 people. Old men, women, even a few teenagers. And Sand's people made sure every paper reported it. Frank, I don't want to hear you say that name again.
Jack, please, listen to me. I'm in with these guys.
We agreed, Frank. That's not the kind of business I'm into. I don't go there.
So-
Never have, never will.
Kendrick is working with the worst of the worst when it comes to the mafia. Like, he's up there. Got a legendary singer in Freeburg right now. Kendrick announced his retirement date. I don't think I can actually read any of those. Kinda wanted to on the retirement date. I wanna see when that motherfucker leaving. My kid's been causing trouble again and they've called me to his school. Can you give me some time to deal with this? Yes, but you're gonna come tomorrow, Roy, since you only have 5 stars. I wanna get you up. Oh, I have stripes to give away. You know what? We're gonna do the father-son duo and give away the stripes to them. Get Birch up to 110 and Birch Jr. up to 70. I want them to be my highlight cops on this. Ooh, I can play music. Okay, what's this one? Bud Meets Bob. No. Billabong. Let's do Nocturne and B major, shall we? Oh yeah, these are definitely my jams.
211 in progress.
Let's see, we got a vandalism at a cathedral. Vandalism. We received a frightened call from the local cathedral. This morning, an abbot discovered that someone had entered the old cemetery during the night. The old yard's tombstones are painted with satanic symbols, and some have been broken into pieces. It seems there are even marks from a shovel, but the abbot would say no more. So, we are going to send our father-son duo to there. Let's see what we got police station wise to do. L3. Okay, I have detective and slot. Let's go ahead and we need them on shift. I needed them on shift A, not fucking shift B. God damn it. Is there any way to go back? I guess not. I need Futari Hidaka. Let's go ahead and... Ooh, Justin Floors. We'll hire you for shift B. And then labor market wise, I'll... Hold on. Yeah, he's not even showing up yet. So we gotta wait until tomorrow in order to change that.
211 in progress.
Atticus Tower, vandalism. Businessman Harley Jones, looking out of his window, saw two teenagers scratching offensive slogans on his new car. Alright, let's send Robbins and Grant to go check it out. I try to send the people with low points with somebody else.
211 complete.
Is what it is. The offender had already escaped. I mean, I don't understand why it takes away points, because you're still going to go investigate it, even though it said it happened during the night. A waitress named Mila reports that she just served a chicken Eddie with a Diet Coke to a dangerous criminal who she'd seen on the television just this morning. The culprit is sitting at the window eating a burger. Alright. It says he's dangerous, so let's send Stovall and Vandal to go check it out. Come on, my boys, you guys got this, you got this. Take that man down. Unless it's just a misunderstanding.
1210 complete.
False alarm, of course. Alright. When I did this last time, I know it's day 3, I guess I did play this one, or else it just gave it to me in a different spot. When I did this last time, the person that I sent ended up leaving me to go with them, so I don't want it to be anyone good, so let's send Grant. I don't want any of my good cops to get taken away, and I'm trying to keep the father-son duo together. Vandalism report. Offender escaped. Officers unharmed. I absolutely hate that.
1111 in progress.
Drug sales. An anonymous call just came in about a clown carrying balloons at a skating rink selling crack to teenagers. Well, damn, son. Birch and Birch Jr., you guys think you can take this? Come on, Birch.
11 in progress.
Suicide threat. A naked man carrying a canister of gasoline has threatened to set himself on fire unless his favorite chewing gum becomes popular again. Well, it's just because he wants it to become popular again. That doesn't mean shit. Sorry, Chief, but I quit, and one night I pulled in more cash. Yep, figure that much. Made me a nice chunk of change from that, though. Well, That was shift A that he just left, so let's get Paul Cook in here and we'll hire him for shift A. He can come in tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, but the next day. Okay, we got...
Looks like we have a situation here.
As police arrive, a clown is seen making balloon animals for the kids. Cover up in a raincoat and pretend to be an illicit customer. Take the clown onto the ice and round up any witnesses. Let's carefully watch the
1111.
clown. Well, Birch, I fucking got you up to 100 and above 100 actually, and now you're below it again. Why can't you be like Stovall and Samadi? Officers weren't hurt, and they caught the person. Okay, so we got this next shift. We got Mole, Soap, DeBrito, and Armstrong as our detectives, and we got everybody else plus the I'm pretty sure I may have added someone to this. Yeah, Flores. Yeah, Flores. There he is. He has 470. He is definitely like an elite officer compared to everyone else. I think he is my highest overall. Rob Sphere to reveal his identity when the time is right. Feminist organization denied official registration. Enemies using feminists to destroy Freeburg. Didn't know you could use feminists as weapons, but apparently.
Whenever I'm alone at home and there's a knock at the door, I always hope it'll be my wife, Laura. She's always forgetting her keys.
Hello, my name is Steve, and you're Jack Boyd, is that right?
To get to my front door, the Bible boys walked about a mile from the local bus stop, jumping over mud puddles and skirting a couple of landfills. Laura doesn't go in for religion either, but according to her, these brave lunatics with their fake smiles deserve at least a minute of attention. She patiently listens to them, asks them questions, regales them with pastries, and never once dropping a hint of condescension. When I watch her do it, I've got to admit it gets me. I'd have hugged those boys, sat with them on the porch and lit up a cigar. But a month after Laura left, all I could do was quietly ask them not to bother me. Today I'm a little rougher still. Shut the door on his nose this time. Another couple weeks at this rate and I'll be greeting anyone who comes close with my service pistol pointed towards the sky, ready to fire my warning shots. In my life, even the basic stuff never goes like it's supposed to. Normally, when a wife is going to leave home, she'll make a scene, or at least sit everyone down for a serious conversation. But Laura just disappeared. The children in the stories always stand on the side of the mother, but all three of our sons supported me. The in-laws always blame the husband for making their daughter unhappy. But now Sally, Laura's mother, well, we sort of have a pact. The fellow Laura ran off with is young enough to be her son. I hear he's 30 years old. Of all the possible information a man can know about his wife's lover, I get hit with that. Fortunately, Laura's mother doesn't like the way it sounds either. Sally figures this guy just thought he'd have some fun with a mature woman, but he'll be back chasing college girls before the year is out. So we have an agreement. Sally's gonna track down Laura and try to reason with her, and we'll arrange a meeting. Meanwhile, I'm supposed to not do anything stupid, which of course means anything at all. It's a crazy situation. I'm the police chief, and the person I'm trusting to find my wife is an old woman armed with a phone book. But I can't afford to lose Sally as an ally. So for the moment, I had to swallow my pride.
Hello.
Mrs. Markham, this is Boyd.
Oh, is there any news?
That's what I wanted to ask you. Have you found anything? An address, phone number? Have you spoken to her?
Don't worry, Jack. I've narrowed the range to 2 suspects, or whatever you like to say at your police building.
At my police building, we find people faster than a funny old woman chirping on the phone with my wife's girlfriends.
Oh, you're an old man, Jack. Come to your senses. They'd give us straight odds on the street. But I've got more energy, Jack. Maybe you think I'm a foolish old woman, but I go to my book club, argue with the girls about Byron, and it gives me energy. I talk to my dogs, and it gives me energy. And you
Gives
have
me
nothing, Jack.
energy.
You don't even have a hobby. You got no passion. It's why Laura left you.
Let's not go back into that, Sally. Find my wife, and we can discuss my hobbies later. I'm waiting for your call, and my patience is running thin. Laura, if you've stopped loving me, I'll let you go. I can't expect the impossible from you. Just don't let me die out here, okay?
So our man's going through a divorce and he's trying to come to grips with it. Cat ate some cream. No, you can't have your fucking day off because your cat had diarrhea, but it's better now. There's nothing wrong with it now. You just want to get out of here because you know you're a shitty police officer. You have a fucking 5. You haven't completed a case in your life. Let's not go with any music today. Today's a serious day where we're going to try to pass all of them. Fire all black cops. A racist gang has recently made some trouble in the city. They're capturing black townspeople and beating them to death. Okay, that's fucking horrible. They recently sent a message to the local radio station promising to kill all black doctors, firemen, and police. We don't need any more dead police, especially mere months from the election. The racists are gaining more and more followers, and even some of our citizens support them. You'll have to fire all your black employees over the next 2 days due to mounting racial tensions. I really don't want to do that, though. Ooh, we got a detective case. Let's put Mole as a lead. And we'll put those 2 on there as well. A member of the city's cleaning crew saw an elderly man approaching some expensive cars in the parking lot, carrying a long iron rod. The whole street could hear him shouting, "Bastards, thieving bloodsuckers." Okay. We'll send them to. Now, I haven't gotten to the detective cases before, so that's gonna be fun. I don't know how it acts and how you're gonna do it, but it is what it is. Carjacking. A gas station surveillance camera recorded a car that's been on the stolen vehicle list. Okay. Let's send Kochi. You're gonna lead this squad. Let's send Asano and Roy. I know I just sent 3 of them out, but I'm trying to get Roy. The offender was caught, no officers harmed. I'm trying to get all of my like 5s and shit up to at least 100. Okay, the investigation start. We don't have any frames or anything yet. I'm guessing we put the frames in the sequence. Let's see here. Eric Graham, a drunk witness. They drove by in a sedan. They shot like a machine gun. I didn't see much. I only heard a few muffled shots. He got what he deserved. He's been causing trouble for a long time. Recently, there's been a lot of cursing and carrying on. I don't remember the car. The neighborhood was quiet. I never heard any shots. The police these days do nothing. I almost died myself. I went to buy some medicine and was nearly hit by some idiot's car. Okay.
1210 in progress.
Corey Ramsey, mother of several children, has expressed her concerns about a suspicious man wearing bifocals, seated on a bench beside a playground. He's been watching the children for over an hour and has taken several photographs of them. Could just be a parent. Could be a fucking pedophile. Let's go ahead and just be safe. Better safe than sorry. The driver is nowhere to be seen. Wait from a safe distance for the driver to appear or search the car. Caught the offender. Officers unharmed and civilians are also unharmed. Look at you, Roy. Up to 15. Roy's from the A shift. Let's see here. The offender escaped. It is what it is. Yancey, gotta be better than that. Dragon's Lair Club. No. We're gonna send Flores to do this. Oh, I didn't even read that out for you guys. Pretty much what's going on. Guy wants our toughest police officer to go up against his toughest fighter. We got a homicide. Okay, we got 3 more frames. Can I solve it with these 3 frames? So the person was almost hit by a car. That was at the pharmacy. So drove around the corner. It did say he heard that one person didn't hear any gunshots and the one heard muffled gunshots. So it might be a silenced pistol. So we'll throw that in there. And that. Bam. Just did it. First try. Another homicide. We got Mole as the leader. And I gotta send officers this time. We'll send Coachy. And that's all. We want some pretty good officers to work on that. Fight at Kevin's Throat Bar. Bartender reports a couple of dancers fighting over tips, and a cat fight broke out right on stage. Purdy and Roy. You got this, Roy. I believe in you. Octopus Restaurant. A bartender reported that a fight has broken out between a patron and the bar's bouncer. The man, apparently drunk, had climbed on the stage while the local singer was performing and tried to sing a duet with her. It's not a good thing to do. We'll send Austin and Yancey. Let's see. So we lost. I don't really understand all the rules, so I can't keep track of the points very well, but he was alright. He even showed me a few tricks. After the match, I got carried away a little and pulled my back. Can I have the rest of the day off? Yes. Of course you can. I got you into it. You can take the day off. Can't end the day until everyone gets back. On stage are 2 strippers going at it, and it's beyond arguing to a full-on catfight. The bouncer is fast asleep, clearly too wasted to handle the situation. The drunken patrons are happily watching the fight. Okay. We don't want to draw our weapons because that leaves room for error. So let's shut off the music and turn up the lights. They continue to fight, oblivious to the police presence. Try to separate the girls and risk getting one of my officers hurt. Let's ask the bartender for some water. Ah. It is what it is. Trying to keep all my people alive. We caught the person from that. Case closed. We were able to arrest all suspects. Let's see, fight. They caught the guy at the restaurant, the one that tried to get up on stage. Only thing that we didn't succeed at today, I'm pretty sure, is that one. Roy, you kind of tired, buddy. I want to see about giving him the day off the next day. It's the 5th day. Okay, that's pretty major. Retired police officer Thomas Blaine shoots pregnant woman. Officer Blaine explains, "I thought she was a suicide bomber." You don't just get those two things mixed up. She's pregnant.
Why
The
would a
dude walks
man
into a
need
maternity
barn
ward and thinks he's
to store all the stuff you can't bring
fully
home?
surrounded by
About 30
fucking
years
suicide
ago,
bombers.
back when I was young and interested in farming, I carried all kinds of junk home. After a day in the field, I'd come home with buckets, shovels, dirty boots and clothes, and instantly transform the living room. But even back then, there's something I always kept in the barn.
What was that?
I stopped keeping my pills inside the house because every time I was about to take a triple, someone would knock on my bedroom door. Now they're knocking on my barn door. Well, fine. It's not every day that someone comes to visit your barn. In all the years we worked together, Kendrick never came to visit the house. We drank at bars, went fishing, went to the mountains, even chased off some poachers one time. But he never came for dinner with the family. We never watched football over here. And now he's brought his friends to visit my barn. I
Friends,
always
you
try
mean
to look
mafia.
unsurprised, like it's an everyday thing to get visitors at the old barn, especially guests with their own personal bodyguards. But Kendrick is sharp enough to see he's caught me with my pants on backwards.
Sorry for the surprise, Jack. We saw you from the car. Figured we'd find you in here. I'm going in for a minute, fellas. These guys will wait outside.
How long you been dating the lover boys?
They're Sans people, Jack.
Yeah. So now you're appearing in public with members of the Mafia?
Jack, I'm leaving tonight. More like fleeing. Jenny and I are taking the girls and making a run for it. Probably won't be seeing each other again. I've got new documents, a new name, a new life, everything new.
The papers say you're still working your last week for the department.
I've got to get out today. I won't be getting another chance. Don't know if you noticed, but the whole city is against me.
You told your Mafia friends about your plans.
Jackie, if I don't fix everything with them in the next few hours, they're going to kill me. And not just me. My family, my relatives, God, Jack, I don't know who else. They found out that I was planning to run and they demanded that we close our contract today.
Your contract, Frank? Really? Is that how you talk now? Maybe you should call in the lawyers to straighten all this out.
Now is not the time, Jack, please. I have a commitment to them until the end of the year. They need an inside line at police headquarters. I can't just give them back the money. That's not how the Mafia works. If I can't find someone I can trust tonight, I'm dead. You know me, Jack. I wouldn't ask you if I wasn't afraid they'd cut my daughters to pieces before sunrise.
He's the damn fool who puts his daughters in the crosshairs in the first place.
That's exactly right.
Anyone in my place would have dressed him down good. But I didn't want to pile it on. Fate's already got this guy's soul in the grinder.
Let's refuse. No, yeah. As much as I hate to do it.
Give him my phone number and tell him it's done. Don't call me. Don't come to work today. I don't want to see or hear from you again. Time for you to go.
Jack,
Get the fuck out of my nice cozy barn, Frank.
No, I probably just screwed the fuck out.
At the time, I was trying not to think about what just happened. It was almost too much to take in. I'm probably the most popular police chief in the history of the city, and I have to admit, I've thought about that more than once, sometimes with a little pride even. In one of the features they wrote about me in the papers, they said it pretty plain. He catches the criminals. Believe me, high praise like that is unheard of in Freeburg, especially for a cop. And here I am, the person who catches criminals, and I've agreed to help the Mafia, or I'll come home to a bag stuffed with my kids' body parts. Right before the last hammer falls. Hey, remember that cop who caught criminals? It turns out he was a Mafia bitch. And all for the sake of a greedy, corrupt cop who should have fled the country years ago. That sound right to you?
I like how it has like an interactive story in the middle of all this. It's not just me working every day. House cat. I simply cannot rest until I know for sure. Okay, no, you're not. You're not okay. Fucking fine. Boyd. Boyd. You can have the day off. My neighbor died and his wife asked me to help with funeral arrangements. Can I take the day off? But my father-son duo. Fine, Birch, you can take the day off, but I want Birch Jr. to come to work tomorrow since I'm having Birch come to work tomorrow too. And that's how it's going to go. Say, Hall. Can I get a raise in my weekly salary? Salary, not salary. Can I get a weekly raise in my Salisbury? Disorderly conduct. Every morning there's a dirty, piss-soaked bum sleeping at the cafe. The man refuses to go away and growls at everyone that approaches, scaring all the customers. Alright, for today, Robbins and Birch Jr. are together. A witness looked on from her window while an armed man with a stocking over his head entered a nearby liquor store. We are going to send the SWAT for support, because that is a possible hostage situation. Here's your... Okay, I got $1,200. Tomorrow's the deadline. I had to fucking fire all my black ops by tomorrow. What happens if I don't, though? They probably end up dead anyways. A hot dog vendor reports that he saw two Elvis impersonators grappling right there on the sidewalk. They're swearing in Spanish and beating each other with microphone stands. You know, just an average Tuesday. I think it's a Friday on here, though. Fender escaped, but the officers are unharmed. That's fine with me.
We've got a situation here.
The shop has two exits from which a few people have already fled. sneak up to the back door, or enter the store through the main entrance. Let's sneak up to the back door. Man's noticed the police presence. He took the cashier hostage. He's holding the gun to the hostage's head, shouting, "Back off or I'll blow his goddamn face off." Silently take aim at the robber. The robber grows visually nervous. "Don't shoot, please. I just need the money. I'll only take a little bit." There's only 2 ways out of this shop. "I'll let you out of here upright as long as you, but only if you release the hostages." Civilians unharmed and officers unharmed. Nice. I don't have anybody I can put on there right now. But I do have people to put on for this investigation. It's a hot one today, and a lot of people are going for a swim. Last week, 4 people drowned at the beaches. Okay. I have to refuse because I have no one available. Now I have people available, but I literally had no one available. Caught the offender. Officers are unharmed. Nice, nice. Okay, I know I only have 7 seconds left. I'm trying to hurry. There are a lot of people I can send for this. But I'm guessing we're just going to send these guys. Investigation started. Bowling the victim. Me and my husband got into a difficult financial situation, and I was going to pawn an antique necklace, which has been in my family for many centuries. As I was carrying the necklace to the pawn shop, someone ripped the bag from my shoulder and disappeared. I didn't have time to do anything, not even cry out. Okay, well, let's hear from the other people. Mr. Fishman. The offender was on a motorcycle. He drove down the road, grabbed the bag, and escaped. I tried to chase after him, but I didn't even have time to see if it was a man or a woman. Couldn't see his face, but he was dressed in a jacket like those other bikers who hang around the street corners. It was definitely not a local biker. They are bald and have beards, but this guy looked Asian, probably Japanese or Chinese. Didn't see a weapon in his hands. I just saw him grab her bag and ride off. Alright, so we don't really have much information to go off of right now. Not a whole lot. Ernest Fitzgerald. We did it, boys. We won. That Ernest really knows a lot about shooting. Even taught us a thing or two. He invited us out hunting to celebrate the victory, so we'll be taking a day off. You don't fucking deserve it, but go ahead. Is that today? Because I'm gonna have you come tomorrow. Got some new frames. Can I figure this out? Okay, so it's not going to be that, because it said she didn't have time to do anything, not even cry out. So let's put that frame there, and this frame there. Actually, the only frame that I have that would have been anything to this would be this one. Because it said he had a jacket, and he was not bald. He wasn't like the others, so we still have to wait on that.
211 in progress.
211. vandalism at Atticus Towers. A guard went out for a smoke and saw teenagers writing obscenities on a wall. I chased the brat up a tree. You can take it from here. Vandal, and you go ahead. Alright. Let's see. Destruction of property. Offender was caught. Officers unharmed. Nice. And vandalism. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Shift A seems to be quite a bit better at getting shit done. Looks like tomorrow's going to be a long day. More like the first of a lot of long days. There is just too much going on. I'm supposed to fucking fire. I need Moser right now. He is on a investigation as we speak. Birch Jr., order you to work tomorrow because good old Birchie boy and Birch Jr., you're going to have a fun day tomorrow.
Mr. Boyd, there was a man here earlier. He left you this.
A man? What man? Who let him on this floor?
I don't know. I've never seen him before. I asked him his name, but he just ignored me. He was talking on a big telephone, you know, one of those portables. He gave me this envelope and left.
Damn. Okay, let's see about this. Of course, they could have shot them the second they took the photo, but I knew Kendrick and his family were all right. Either way, the message was not that they got out. It meant that I was in. My servitude to the Mafia had begun. I'd only been in my new position 5 seconds, and I already knew why Kendrick called it a contract. You sound doomed if you call it what it is. A curse. Boyd.
Good morning, Jack. I believe you just received my message.
Who am I speaking with?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forget some people don't recognize my voice. But I assure you, Jack, if I was sitting right there in front of you, you'd have no trouble recognizing me. Like I was a member of your family. Even better than a wife, perhaps. A wife can betray you. No man is immune.
I don't talk to people who don't tell me their names.
Oh, Jack, don't be so childish. You're too old to run away from strangers. Yes, we both are. And in our old age, friendship becomes rare and all the more precious. But of course, we must work with new people and find out new names. So if you insist, Jack, let us formally meet. Hello, Jack Boyd. I'm Christopher Sand.
Wonderful, Mr. Sand. And what is it you do for a living?
Oh, you'll soon find out all about that. Well, you'll learn much more than a simple policeman could ever expect. You're a simple policeman no longer, Jack. Don't turn off your phone. You start today.
Don't turn off your phone. I mean, it's kind of a landline, and I'm a police chief. I kind of have to have that phone plugged in.
It's been my go-to principle since my first day on the job. I've got to let my colleagues hush up what they need to, 2 out of 10 times, so that they'll help me with the remaining 8. 80 out of 100, 800 out of 1,000. I'm proud of those statistics. It's not so bad for Freeburg, right? But now I just officially became a Mafia whore. I'm supposed to be fearing for my life, for the lives of my wife and children. But the only thing I can think, what's gonna happen to 8 and 10?
I guess you can have the day off, Austin, because Flores, you have 590. Like, is it really that important? Fine. It's whatever. Didn't need it anyways. I have 2 extra people on my fucking shit right now anyways. Please be advised that we are unhappy with the efficiency of Freeburg PD. We are cutting the fucking budget. You lose 1 job slot. Remove an occupied slot. Price. You're old. You don't have much. Yes. I got an extra $120 on my weekly income.
A in progress.
Alright. Attempted murder. A young employee at the factory got into a fight with the manager and is trying to push him into a vat of boiling chocolate. I mean, if there's any way to go out, boiling chocolate doesn't sound all that bad. I mean, it sounds awful, but at the same time, boiling chocolate. At least you die from the sweetie goodness. Hope I can intervene in time and this dude doesn't get shoved into a vat of boiling chocolate. Why do you have open vats of boiling chocolate? You should probably have that contained a little bit better. Let's see what happened with the attempted murder. Okay, apparently no one was injured, so.
113B in progress.
Carjacking. Parking lot attendant Dylan Burns reports seeing a teenager walking between cars, trying handles in hopes of finding an unlocked vehicle. Before the attendant could approach him, the teenager found an unlocked door and shut himself inside. A few seconds later, the teen drove shrieking from the parking lot, greatly exceeding the speed limit. He fled towards the suburbs. Let's send Yancey, Birch, and Birch Jr. You 3 got this. Bring this kid to justice. Okay, can I get some more, please?
Officer on scene. Looks like we have
Officers have determined the car thief's location. Should we catch up with the stolen vehicle and open fire, overtake the criminal and attempt to take him into custody, or overtake the offender and block the road? We caught him. Officers were unharmed, and apparently no civilians were harmed. Good job. Look at that, Birch Jr. and Birch both are at 100. Hostage situation. A weeping child called in, saying that someone was holding him against his will. They won't let me go outside, they torture me, they bully me. I don't think I can keep going. I want to go outside and see Pete. Sounds like it could just be a kid that's kind of unruly, just mad that his mom and dad wouldn't let him do something. So that's what I'm gonna go off of, and just send 2 cops. I sent one of our best. Actually, I sent the best person we have on this team, on this shift. We got a 911 in progress. Let's see. It's from fucking Christopher Sands here. Jack, we're dealing with a moron who refuses to pay his debts, said that the police will protect him. I think it's time you show him whose side the police are on. Yeah, so you've been with me for a while. Let's send you.
710.
How that hostage situation? I figured as much. Theft. We received a call from an angry casino patron. He claims that one of the casino girls that was hanging around his table lifted his wallet, which was carrying a couple $1,000s. Several credit cards, casino security shoved him outside saying he was drunk, but the man isn't giving up so easily. You know what? We'll send Birch and Birch Jr. on this one. Send our nice duo. We got one more. Let's see. Assault with deadly weapon. Okay. At the parking lot exit, a security guard stopped a suspicious-looking van and asked to check the driver's membership card. The female driver reached casually into the glove box and pulled out a gun and fired. Why is Asano already on there? But wait, Asano isn't one of my officers, is she? Yeah, she is. Must have accidentally hit the button. Since she just started shooting, we're going to send 3 officers, 2 of our best. Bro, Birch and Birch Jr. are pulling it in now.
Officer on scene. Looks like we have a situation here.
Let's caught up with the perpetrator's van. Try to run the van off the road, shoot the criminal's tires, or use the bullhorn to order the van to stop. It's not going to work ordering them to stop. Let's try to run them off the road. The van takes a sharp turn and crashes through the window of a sex shop. A woman exits the vehicle, grabs the shop attendant, and puts a gun to his head. Throw a rubber sex doll at the assailant. Let go of the man right now. Or shoot the criminal in the head. I feel like if I go to shoot the criminal in the head, I'm going to fucking shoot the person. So I'm going to say, let go of that man right now. I just asked sternly. That's all you got to do. Am I going to get another one? Am I going to get any more before the day ends? Or has the day already ended? I'm not sure. Are we working overtime? Overtime? I'm guessing we're doing overtime. It's currently 1 in the morning on here. Am I just not doing anything? Okay, now I can end day. I don't know what the issue was, it just wouldn't let me end it. Okay, Birch and Birch Jr. are pretty... They're pretty hurt. Not hurt, but they're getting kind of tired. We don't want them to get too tired. Flores. Okay. There we go. So since I just hit that checkpoint, I'm going to go ahead and leave this live stream here. Thank you everyone for watching, and please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to become part of the Mule Pack today. It's currently 4 minutes shy of 3 in the morning where I am at, so seems like a good stopping point. But anyways, guys, I'll see you guys on Wednesday. I'm going to be posting a video on, I'm still deciding. I'm trying to think, either vampire or probably like Hitman. Vampire or Hitman. But if you guys enjoyed, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later.